right, hey now, kids, how we doing today? Welcome back to Polymac Particles. We got ourselves an 11 a.m. installment on a kind of a cloudy Thursday up here in the North Bay. How you doing down there in the South Bay, T? Sun shining? Or you got kind of this overcast, weird vibe we're getting up here?
It's a beautiful day down here.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I went on like a morning hike/run already. It was freaking gorgeous, man. Yes, we got all sunshiny blue skies up here, Paulie. I'll send some of that your way possibly later on today if you don't mind. You'll enjoy it.
Well, you know what's funny about that? The way you just presented that is you said, I'll send it to you possibly. So what do I have to do to make that a certainty? Like, what do I need to do to convince you to make it happen? I actually don't care. You know, Tony, I'm actually kind of cool with the fog and stuff like that. But it is weird because we've had like a million sunny days in a row. And today it's kind of overcast up here. But in any case, how's your head today after? Oh, I'm sorry. Go. Yeah.
On just the topic of fog, I actually love the fog.
So do I, bro. I do too.
I love it, and I love living near it, and I love the phenomenon of it, and I love the microclimates, and honest to God, I mean, it's worth paying what we pay to live here, dude.
Preach.
Right, think about what the weather's been like for the last 3 months elsewhere in the country, man.
See,
humidity, dry heat, bugs,
tornadoes, hurricanes, bro, hurricanes swirling around right off the Atlantic coast, hurricanes, yeah.
We are so fortunate to live here.
Floods. They got floods. You know what I'm saying? We got floods. We got avalanches, mudslides. Hey, listen, California, we got our own problems out here. We got fires. We got smoke. We got all kinds of stuff. But it's been, you know what? I'm going to knock on some wood because it's been we're in a good, healthy stretch for a while here. But dude, you hit the nail on the head. And that's why I think I can tell you the reason I embrace the fog, because living on the East Coast, going through summers in Jersey, going through summers in Boston, it's 100 degrees. It's humid as hell. Tony, you'll just sit there and sweat. You don't even have to exercise. You just sit there, you're sweating. You drink a beer, you're sweating it right out moments later. When you come to San Francisco in the summertime, dude, it's like 62 degrees. I'm like, oh my God, this is like a paradise. So I've always loved the climate here. So a little fog, I embrace it, dude. I run towards it.
100%. We did a beach day out of Fort Funston the other day, and then I drove by Baker Beach on the way home yesterday from our lunch date.
Baker Beach for life, for freaking life. That's all I got to say about Baker Beach. Baker Beach, the number one beach in the Bay. I love Baker Beach. And at some point, take your little kids up to China Beach, the hidden one back there. Yeah.
Totally. But it was fall. It was like an interesting day. So it was kind of muggy, but also like clouded over. But anyways, I just love all the different types of weather. And Paulie, I want to say hello to Arkansas Dave on the chat, checking in from Arkansas. And I also want to say hello to Abbott, who says that they're checking in from Kansas, says it's sunny in Kansas.
Hey, this is our first. So Abbott, you're now I've just anointed you the president of the Kansas chapter of the PMP Familia, because we got chapters all over the country now. We got people in Jersey. We got people in Arkansas. We now have people in Kansas. Obviously, Doug in Japan. He's holding it down overseas. But you are now in charge, Abbott. So you ride herd over the Kansas chapter. Also, Tony, I don't want to forget about this, but the pre-show post of the day these are the posts that I see before we go live. Tony and I usually get on early, talk about what we want to do in any given show, and then I'll keep my eyes on the chat before we start. Today, it's actually a somber note, but I do want to get this out there. It was Gravy. Mark Graves checked in and said, guys, just don't forget, today is the day that we lost John Bonham years ago. Like, we lost John Bonham from Led Zeppelin, one of the great drummers of all time. I actually remember Rags, you'll love this. I was in New Jersey at Paul's Diner with my parents, and they had a newspaper, and they were looking in the paper, and they were like, because I was getting into Zeppelin at that time as a little kid, and I remember my parents broke the news to me. So yeah, sad day. And Tony, you ever ask yourself this question too? Like, if John Bonham didn't pass away, Zeppelin might still be out there. Like, I just saw The Who a couple of days ago. They were contemporaries of Zeppelin. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a good chance they would still be playing today. And it's a big regret I never got to see them. I know you're a big fan too. Yeah, look at him. Bonzo, dude. Bonzo.
God, man, what a nickname too, huh? It's not as good as Stud Nuts, but it's a good nickname.
It's not as good as Stud Nuts. Tony, by the way, when I die, I want Stud Nuts on my freaking tombstone. I want that like immortalized. Tony, give me your thoughts on John Bonham. For real, you're a music lover. How do you feel about just the grooves that guy laid down?
Outrageous. Yeah. Outrageous. Yeah. And I also, like, when the levee breaks is one of the greatest, like, because it's what I love about reggae music is the repetition of reggae music, and it's very difficult to play the same notes or the same beat consistently over and over.
Even if it's a simple thing, a simple lick, it still can get crazy. Yeah, if you keep playing it. Yep, you're right. You're right. Well,
the kids nowadays just tell AI, "Hey AI, give me a drum track."
You know what? Let me tell FAI. How about that? Unless we got like an AI technician in the audience. Yeah, hey AI, check this out. Make an AI rendering of this.
Before we talk, Thursday Night Football, Brock Purdy, Mac Jones, Aiyuk, John Lynch, I want to say, I had this thought while I was on my hike this morning. I'm like, you know what? I had a double guns FAI moment on my hike because I'm sitting there thinking, AI just does things for you.
Yeah.
And it's like, what happened to the pride or the love of doing something, creating something on your own?
Shout out Don Peralta. He ain't using no AI. He's doing Sly Stone by hand. You know what I mean?
I just don't. It blows my mind, and people be like, yeah, it's so easy. It's great. AI is great. It's just making it so easy, so quick.
I don't care. Yeah, but guess what, dude? Your kids, my kids, Rags, your kids, all of our kids, Scarlet Fire. I know you got kids, Dr. Young's kids. Listen, all these kids are roughly in the same age. They're in the same generation. They're graduating college. Your kids will be in high school soon. The problem with AI is, dude, it's wiping out entry-level jobs for young college grads. I mean, it's not going to be a pretty picture, man. So I don't know what the rush is. Hey, Tony, let's extinguish the human race as soon as possible. We're obsolete. Let's just let the bots take over. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. AI is so easy. It's so easy. Hey, kids, guess what? Life ain't easy. So this thing where it's
Tony, life ain't easy and pimping ain't easy. You know what I mean? Pimping ain't easy. Whose track is that? I can't even place that. Who said pimping ain't easy? Is that too short? I don't remember. Who said pimping ain't easy? Somebody did.
Familia. I'm gonna look it up, but I'm gonna see if the PMP Familia can remember us either.
Lily, you're feeling it. Lily Merchant knows what I'm talking about. And what's up, everybody? Folsom Steve, Rags, Abbott, Joe Schmo. Good to see you guys. Sorry, T. What do you got? What?
Big Daddy Kane.
There you go. Big Daddy. You talk about, dude, Big Daddy Kane. Let me tell you something about Big Daddy Kane. Mm-hmm. Big Daddy Kane, he's one of these old school rap guys, but he was awesome. He was part of that first wave with, all those dudes, Slick Rick and Cool Mo D and all those dudes. Yeah. And Big Daddy Kane, bro, I'm just throwing this out there for your information. I'm not suggesting you act on this. Do you remember in the early 90s when Madonna was like at the peak of her fame and she was a global superstar? Mm-hmm. Do you remember when she released that book just called Sex?
Yes.
Seriously. Okay. So, yes. Okay. It was like a porno book, I guess. And she put it out, filled with all these pictures inside, a lot of naked stuff. Dude, in that book, Big Daddy Kane and Madonna are essentially getting it on. Okay. Yeah. In X-rated fashion. So Big Daddy Kane knows a thing or two about pimping, especially when it comes to Madonna. Now back to your AI riff, because I want to jump in at the tail end of this because I got something for you. And I can't believe I'm doing this, but finish your AI rant and I'm going to add some comedy to the mix. Go ahead.
By the way, real quick, Wikipedia describes the sex book as Sex is a 1992 coffee table book written by American singer Madonna. Dude.
Yeah, perfect for when your parents come over. You know what I mean? Grandma, have you seen this? Yeah, we just got some nice coffee table book. Do you want to see Big Daddy Kane stark naked? Page 37. Check it out. You know what I mean? Like, how's that a call? Yeah.
Dude, that's hilarious.
It's the kind of book you hide under your bed and hope nobody finds,
Totally. Yeah. Dude, that could be a whole sideshow. Things under your bed as a teenager.
Wow, listen, I mean, Bo Derek, there was all kinds of stuff hidden, back then.
It's like, well, I've had the discussion with people. Would you rather find an eighth of weed under your kid's bed or like a fifth of vodka? And it's like, I'll go weed.
I will too. I'll go weed too. Yeah, the vodka would scare me. You know what I mean? It really would, because I know that road. I've been down that road. Hey, so Tony, on the AI tip, I can't believe we're talking about this. This was not planned. So we have these good friends of ours, the Hum Daddies, and definitely check out their show. They do a great San Francisco sports-based show. The Hum Daddies, they got, they talk Giants, Niners, Warriors, all this. They are having a special event broadcast on Friday, tomorrow at 3:00. Everybody check it out. The Hum Daddies. I'm going to be a special guest. Ted Ramey is going to be a special guest. And the topic, Tony, is we are there to discuss. It's a roundtable. We're breaking down our 5 top 5 U2 records. There it is. Okay, you got it. Thank you. So there's my first AI likeness. These guys did it. I guess the Hum Daddies created this. First of all, shout out to Bono up in heaven with the wings. God bless him. There you got Jake on the far right. You got Ramey in the middle, and you got yours truly, Stud Nuts, on the far left. Now, they created this via AI. So this is the first time I've been rendered in an AI thing. How does it look, T?
I don't like it.
I don't either. Dude, I got like buck teeth. I look nuts, but it's not, yeah.
I love the Hum Daddies and I love Jake and I love it that he put this out there, but it's like, it's so trippy to me. It's not, I shouldn't say I don't like it. It's trippy. It's looking at it, it's like, whoa.
And Ramey's got like an extra 30 pounds on him right there. Ramey's all kind of bulky. He looks like Gary Plummer, our far linebacker. You know what I mean?
Back in the day, Ramey used to be, really yoked. Like
I think he still is. I think he still is, as far as I know.
Well, by the way, let's get Teddy Ramey on the show soon because
I love the kid. We've had him on once, but it wasn't enough. The more Ramey, the better for everyone.
Hey, tell Ted hello for me. Tell Jake hello for me, and also please represent Pop as much as you can. Represent the album Pop as much as you can, because it's just, if you wear that velvet dress, if you go to the Playboy Mansion, if you want to do Mofo, if you want to do Discotheque,
I do.
Oh, it's just.
How about do you feel loved? Do you feel loved? That's a whole great record, man. It took me a long time to warm up to it, but Tony's right. It's a really, you know what it was, T? It was way ahead of its time, and I was too much of a douche. Literally, I was too close-minded to like understand how great that album was. It took me a few years to catch up, and I'm like, yeah, this is a great album. It's a great freaking album.
I saw them on that tour, and the tour was fantastic. Oakland Coliseum, and they had the big lemon that came out to the middle.
I remember. You know what's so funny about that? That's when I was first getting to know you, and I remember there were tickets all over the station. I declined. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going. I kind of wish I did now. Yeah. Who opened that show, by the way? Who was it? Was it Public Enemy?
Hey, Paulie, time for an air slap. Boom, boom, right there. Okay.
Another one. Let's do it again. I want to do it slow so I can telegraph it.
And
that's it. Air slaps ahoy, dude. That's going to be a staple on the show going forward. Air slaps. No, dude, how was the show, by the way?
Oh, fantastic, dude. Fantastic. Yeah. So we left the stage, and there was this thing under a curtain in the middle of the crowd of like, say it like second base, right, of the infield of the Oakland Coliseum. It was covered all show. U2 leaves the stage. All of a sudden, they drop the sheet off of this thing, and it's a huge lemon. Yeah. The lemon opens up, and U2's inside the lemon, and they played a shorter set inside the lemon. It was badass, man. This is like in 98. I think this is 98.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 97, 98, something like that. By the way, Tony, Joe Schmo has dropped a bomb. Quote, I can't stand U2 for certain reasons, because every effing time I was in the back of a cop car going to jail, they'd have U2 on the radio. Hopefully it wasn't too many times, man. I don't want to see you behind bars, John. We got to keep your nose clean, man. I need you out and about with the PMP Familia. But, dude, every time they were driving them to jail, they were listening to U2. Yeah, that would traumatize a guy. I can understand that.
That was John Joseph?
Yeah.
Oh, JJ, love you, buddy. Love you, dude. And yeah, that would steer me away from U2 as well, man. I love it. Hey, Paulie, yes. let's give Dr. Young some love today, because also we're gonna talk all kinds of Niner stuff. We wanted to talk a little Thursday Night Football. I did not plan on talking about AI, but you know what? Double Guns AI, DIY, do it yourself, people. Take the pride in doing it yourself and put in the time and effort of doing something for yourself. And yeah, I'm sure when you're pressed for time, sure, AI, whatever. But I was like thinking the pride and joy of making something and creating something on your own is second to none. Anyways,
I like to think this whole show is one big DIY effort. I mean, it really is. Tony and I built this thing out of nothing. Like really, and we're still working on it. But like, there was nobody helping us. AI wasn't involved. You and I were on hands and knees digging through wires and stuff. I still don't know what's going on in my studio. You do, dude. My microphone, this mic right here, I got it rigged. It could collapse at any time. I'm just telling you guys. Because when I went to Vegas for the Sphere, I bought a bunch of gear with me, and of course, I left some pieces in the hotel room, of course. So now I can never properly reassemble it, and I got this thing rigged so it won't fall, but it's going to. At some point, probably like when we have our favorite, like our biggest guest of all time, you know what I mean? We'll have like Bruce Springsteen on the show or something. And I'll be like, Bruce, I've been dying to ask you this. Bam, then my mic is going to fall in my lap. It will happen. You'll see.
We should just, you mentioned Springsteen. I figured we should mention a couple of birthdays. Bruce Springsteen's birthday, 76 years old, 2 days ago on the 23rd. And also today is John Lynch's birthday, Paulie. It's John Lynch's birthday. And I'm so excited that we have him as our general manager. I love John Lynch at the helm. I really do. And think about who we do. We have John Lynch, Buster Posey, and basically Joe Lacob, right? Calling the shots. I'd like to think others for the Warriors call the shots, but not really. Lacob basically calls the shots. We're in a good place right now as far as front office goes in the Bay Area, in my opinion. And happy birthday, John Lynch. That's all, Paulie.
Well, John Lynch is a great Irishman, and he's a great friend of ours. And I got to tell you, Tony and I, well, here's our quick John Lynch story, and then we'll go to Dr. Young, is that a few years ago, 5-6 years ago, maybe something like that, Tony and I were down at Levi Stadium when U2, it's ironic we're talking U2, because U2 did that big Joshua Tree tour. They were replaying the entire record with a few other songs thrown in. So we were actually guests of the 49ers at that gig, and John Lynch was part of the pre-party. We had a big party like up on the roof of Levi's. It was really weird. We were standing up on the roof, and John Lynch was like, I can't wait to see you too. I'm a fan. I've been seeing him for years. And then they give us a bottle of Redbreast freaking whiskey. Yeah. And they're like, have a good time. So next thing you know, like, we're in our seats and we're literally passing a fifth of whiskey back. Remember that? They were just getting whiskey out of a huge bottle. It was crazy. But that was a really great night. And thank you, John Lynch. And happy birthday, brother. I love John Lynch, man. Let's win some ball games. Let's go out there and win some ball games. Yeah. Let's get Aiyuk on the field if that's possible. You know what I
mean? Well, we can talk about that later in the show. But according to John Lynch, quote, Aiyuk is not close to returning. So
yeah, you know, I mean, I'm telling you, this is the thing: is the injuries are really becoming beyond concern. We're only 3 games in, dude. Half the teams are hurt. You know,
I don't know what to say, man. Just be thankful that we're 3-0, and the Jags coming in. The Jags. Everybody, don't overlook this team. Don't overlook this game.
A lot of people are picking the Jags to win this game. Actually, there's a lot of people are going with the Jags.
See, that makes me think, okay, Niners win this game. Maybe that'll be my hot and sour pick tomorrow. One of my hot and sour picks. But you know, Trevor Lawrence is good. Travis Hunter. I mean, like, they're no slouch. And that Hunter kid is a specimen, dude. Playing both sides of the ball. Trap game, I guess, is what I've heard too. Also, and it's like, I don't think so, man. I want to see Gross Matos come out with his pants on fire. D. Winters stay hot. Fred Warner stay hot. Upton Stout stay hot. Yeah. Siegel, Michael Williams, Bryce Huff. I mean, rise up, guys. Rise up. Next man.
Come on, rise up. Come on, rise up. By the way, I agree with everything you just said. I think it's the defense that's going to win this game. It's not going to be the offense. I don't think. The Niner defense have been performing very, very well, kind of exceeding my expectations. I'm a little concerned about the offense, and we don't know. Look, by the way, we should nip this because we got to do a Dr. Young spot, but we will come back to the Niners. We don't know. I was going to say we don't know if it's Brock or Mac Jones yet. We don't know. I do know that Mac Jones did not practice yesterday because of his knee. And Brock did. So we're getting closer. We should know by tomorrow. But in the meantime, Tony, Dr. Matt Young, for God's sakes, let's give the man some love. We were both connected to Dr. Matt Young yesterday on a great text thread. And I mean, you're like his star, you know, people. Actually, dude, I forgot to tell you this, dude. My mom, hi, Mom. My mom told me that she was watching the show the other day and she goes, Tony's teeth really do look white. She goes, they do. They look so much whiter. Look at the smile. Look at this kid. Look at the handsome paisan of a creative Tony. Hey, paisan. But you do. You look great. And my mom noticed how white your teeth are. And when you're smiling, I can see them right now. They are. They're gleaming, dude. And that is a result of the handiwork of Dr. Matt Young. It's just one thing that he does because he does offer comprehensive dental care. And you say, Paulie Mac, what does that mean? Well, I'll tell you. It's everything. We're talking cleanings, fillings, implants. He's got emergency care for those that need it. Orthodontics. We've got veneers. He does it all. Tony, he does it all. Dr. Matt Young. Yeah. Sorry.
Go. No, I just said he really does. He really does. But go ahead. I'll jump in at some point.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Just a couple more quick things. Again, I like to remind people this guy is a veteran. He's been in the biz 25 years. Very handsome guy too, dude. Handsome devil. Dr. Matt Young, 490 Post Street, right down there in Union Square. In practice for 25 years, as I said. And again, he specializes in implant restoration. So if you are, you need that kind of procedure, this is the guy to go to because he specializes in that. He accepts pretty much all the major insurance companies. Shouldn't have any challenges there. And then you're just in great hands. Very, very like soft touch, like Tony said. And for a fraidy cat like me, dude, one of my biggest fears and phobias and anxieties for years was going into the dentist office. Then I met Dr. Young and all that stuff went up in smoke. Now it's cool. I don't mind. I've been in his chair a million times. I'll be back soon. So, Tony, you can speak to that. You were just in the chair last Thursday, having a great time with Joyce. You and Joyce. You know what I mean?
Joyce was incredible. She was so great. She said, we got to get the bad dudes out of your mouth. And she did. She taught me the correct way to floss. And I've been flossing wrong. She also told me that I should floss after I brush, not before you brush.
See,
I'm just doing it wrong all along. It's like I went to a dental seminar when I sat down with her. She was fantastic. And then Dr. Young comes in, and first of all, we're talking Buffalo Bills football with Dr. Young. He's a Bills guy, grew up in Buffalo, and then we're talking SI Wildcat football. Then we're talking youth baseball. I mean, he's so fun to talk to. And like you said, a handsome dude with a great. You want to talk about a nice white smile, dark smile, but we were also talking about I was asking about brushing your teeth, and then he says, well, have you ever tried an electric toothbrush, like the Sonicare toothbrush? And I go, no, I've actually been using these wooden toothbrushes because they're better for the environment. And
I got one of those too. I got a wooden toothbrush. Yeah.
And they're great. But then he goes, well, try this. He goes, I suggest you go out and check out this thing called Sonicare. Dude, I went and got one of the amazing. He recommended it.
If you're talking Sonicare, would you mind if I shout out Sonic Reducer real quick?
Nice, dude. I love it.
I'm a Sonic Reducer head. We saw Pearl Jam play that in Seattle, dude. I was literally jumping up and down, pumping my fist. I never thought I'd see that live. It was great.
Oh, dude, what a song, man. But
Sonic Reducer, ain't no loser. Dude, heavy, yeah.
So heavy, so good. I love when Vedder and Pearl Jam and McCready get really punk.
That's an old punk tune. That's a song by the Dead Boys. Yeah, that's like an old punk tune, but they crush that, dude. By the way, Tony, real quick, sorry, Dr. Young, one quick question while we're in the mouth. Who's the new Pearl Jam drummer? Who's on drums?
They don't have one yet. They don't have one yet. But Matt Cameron did in a recent interview say that, the constant touring and the desire to just do something locally with other people was why he stopped doing the band. And I gotta say, dude, that's fine. Do your thing. And I love the fact that Pearl Jam wants to keep touring. So, hey, everybody, it's a cordial exit. Fine. And that guy, Kai Nukermans. Remember Kai Nukermans? He came on the podcast. He was the kid that sat in on drums when Matt Cameron had COVID.
He's from Mill Valley, kid. Yeah.
Mill Valley kid. He's on Instagram. I see him posting drumming videos all the time. Hey, Eddie he's a friend of Eddie Vedder's daughter. Hey, Eddie, give Kai a call. Get Kai behind the kit. Let's go.
He's a rocker, too. He's got the long hair and stuff. He's a cool looking kid. Anyway, while we're in the teeth, let's finish our Dr. Young spot. Sorry about that, Dr. Young.
I just want to say the electric toothbrush, if you've ever wondered about doing it, I couldn't recommend it enough. It's like a massage in your mouth every night. And thanks to Dr. Young. And so anyways, I thank him for everything he's taught me, everything he's done. And in the coolest, calmest, just relaxed way, it makes going to the dentist enjoyable. So, and they're open 6 days a week, and they're open till 4 p.m., 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays, giving you a whole freaking Saturday to get in there if your week is packed. 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. weekdays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturdays. info@youngdentalsf.com. If you want to email them, that's info@youngdentalsf.com or 415-392-8611. 415-392-8611.
Thank you, Dr. Young. We love you, buddy, and we'll see you soon. And thanks for supporting the show. It means a lot to us, and you're a big part of it. So, and by the way, Dr. Young, let me just throw this out there right now, even though we're still in September. When we get our Christmas, when we get our Christmas party plans in place, pardon me, you will be cordially invited. I tried to get Dr. Young to come to the Giant game when we had that night out, but he was booked already. But anyway, we'll get him hopefully get him in the house at the Christmas party. All right, Tony, let's go right back to the 49ers if we could. Yeah.
I apologize. We were hold on. Just all I got to make it official.
Apologize, dude. Bully me. Again, I respond well to bullying. I want you to push me around, yell at me. You know what I mean? Give it to me. Let me have it.
we were talking about the weather earlier. Well, I just checked polyspot@gmail.com, and P1 Chuck D'Acquisto checked in from sunny Charleston, South Carolina.
Yeah.
And so he's representing the South Carolina chapter. He says it's sunny and 85 in Charleston, South Carolina. Paulie,
it's a state I've never been to, and I really would like to get to South Carolina. If I ever do, the first guy I'm calling is P1 Chuck. I don't know anybody else down there, but I've heard the beaches are amazing. You know what I mean? South Carolina beaches. You've never been down there, have you, T?
Dude, no, I've not. I've been to North Carolina, not South Carolina. And North Carolina is really cool too. I played some golf there. Dude, again, talk about the different weather. You know, it's more humid and muggy at times, but dude, beautiful terrain, man. And those tall pine trees, they're just gorgeous that were lining the golf courses, man. And then we went and checked out Duke's campus, and then we went and checked out North Carolina's campus. Talk about two totally different environments, but two both badass environments. Like Cameron Indoor is the small little place, and we walked in, and the hoops team was practicing, and they let us the women's hoop team was practicing. They let us walk in and watch, and then you go up to Chapel Hill Chapel Bill, they're calling it now, and the Dean Dome. Dude, the Dean Dome for hoops, my goodness, man, what an arena. My God, that campus is amazing.
I remember in 93 the Grateful Dead played a few shows at the Dean Dome, and Winks was there. I didn't get to go to those shows. I was up north in Jersey, but he saw them in the Dean Dome, and they were really great. They're like pretty famous shows. 320 ready. Here you go. If you need them, 324.93 and 325.93 back to back. That was a show actually Winks went to. This is one of my favorite Winks stories. This kid goes down to the Dean Dome, catches both shows, loses his friend somehow. Again, pre-cell phone era. Dude had no way to get back up to Jersey, so he walked around the parking lot. This is my buddy Wink. Shout out Jeff Winkler. Dude found one of those remember those cardboard kind of casings when you would buy like a case of Budweiser? There would be like a plastic cardboard thing underneath holding it together. Found one of those, wrote 2 words on the cardboard, New Jersey. And then he just stood by the parking lot and held that up, New Jersey, and he got a ride back to Jersey. I love that. That's Winks at his best. No money, no nothing, just a cardboard sign with New Jersey, and he got home safe and sound, which is awesome.
2 things. First of all, the cardboard flats, that's what we used to use for breakdancing. Just throw those down on the ground, and you could backspin on those all day. Secondly, when I was in Hampton, Virginia, I forget where I was, East Coast. Anyways, Max Medina and I, my buddy Max, we needed a ride, and I had a Frisbee. I like to travel with the Frisbee because not only is it fun to throw the Frisbee, but it makes a good cutting board or plate if you need it, like on a whim. Yeah. So it's the multi-purpose, the many purposes of a Frisbee. Don't sleep on the many purposes of a Frisbee. I decided to write my cell phone number and our names on the inside of the Frisbee and inside the arena because we needed a ride to the next show. I just let this Frisbee fly. And dude, watching my Frisbee fly across the arena before the show was so much fun. And people like taking my number down, dude. And then I got a bunch of phone calls and texts. It was awesome, man. So we ended up taking the train because a lot of the offers were just interesting. Let's just say that.
Sketchy. Yeah, you never know. You climb into the wrong VW bus. Who knows where you wind up? You wind up in Portland, Maine or something like that. You know, for real. Dude, I almost got on a bus once. I almost said to hell with it. I remember I was at the Philly Spectrum.
Yeah.
And I there was like somebody offered me, said like, dude, you should come with us because they were going like to the next shows and I wasn't. And I was like, you know what? I should just drop everything and like, I should just drop out. I should just drop out of society and start riding around in this guy's bus. I thought about it, but I didn't. I'm still here. All right, Tony.
Abbott in the chat is with me. Abbott says Frisbees are great for dishes on a camping trip. See, that's well done, Abbott. Well done.
I mean, if somebody hasn't said it yet, I mean, I gotta have to state the obvious. You know what else Frisbees are great for is rolling them up. I mean, that's a kind of an old faithful go-to. You know, you got to roll them up, and that way that it all stays contained because of the little rim. It can't spill out. It's like the perfect device, really. I mean, it really is if you think about it. Because you waste not, want not. You know what I mean, Tony? You're doing it on a flat surface. Oh, there goes a bud. It went flying off. When you got the Frisbee, it's all contained. It's one contained unit of grass. You know what I mean? Yes. Dump your grass on the Frisbee. Dude, shout out grass.
Hold on.
Herb. Herb is a plant. Herbs are good for everything.
Yeah. Herbs are good for everything. And Paulie, remember in like our first show ever, we talked about like why is the loofah called the loofah?
I do. Shout out Hans Lufa and the Hans Lufa Award. It's getting shined up right now, dude. We also have another very prestigious trophy we're working on with the help of our art director, Don Peralta. I cannot reveal anything, but it is going to be, might be the high point of the whole year. We've got the Hans Lufa Award coming, and then we've got the other one. Remember? Oh boy. I'm so excited. I can't wait to unveil this thing. But you got to wait till Christmas for that. But anyway, Tony, go ahead. Yes, I remember the Lufa. Yeah.
Well, we created a character named Hans Lufa that must have invented the loofah. And then I'm wondering, where did the name Frisbee come from?
Some stoner. I guarantee the guy was a stoner. We'll call it a Frisbee, man. Like, I guarantee it was some stoner who came up with that.
I'm going to look that up. And by the way, stand by, Paulie.
Hans Lufa. Hans Lufa. Sometimes he's got a stick, he'll get your back. Sometimes he's in your hand, and that's the facts. He might go low, and that's okay. Hans Lufa all day. He's got a special power.
Yeah.
He'll scrub you in the shower. Exfoliate.
Nah, it's great, dude. You know what else we've been negligent on? And this goes for both of us. I forgot my Brent Main sweatband last night. You forgot the bar none, William Floyd. I know, dude. I know. Someone's got to like organize this mess. You didn't do your here. Let me give you a couple, and then you can bring them right back to me because it's sitting right here. My Brent Main sweatband. I decided I didn't put it on. Well, you got the glove nearby? I'll slap you with the glove, kid. I'll slap you with like an old Englishman, like one of those royal slaps, like that. Bam, bam. All right, hit me with the glove. Give it to me.
Ready? There we go. Come on.
All right, here comes yours. You ready?
There we go.
Okay, thank you.
Sound effects.
Me too. Great call, dude. Get a slap in there. You got to do that. Really good thinking.
Before we get to Los D, because Los D is in the green room, he's chilling. His rider for the green room, it was like, whoa, okay. Los D.
He wants Perrier lemon flavored. You know what I mean? He wants like designer trail mix. A lot of demands. I
was going to say, I love the taste of Los D, Carlos de la Fuente's taste. But really quickly, because I want to ask Carlos de la Fuente the same thing. But Mac Jones and Brock Purdy, right? Who would you rather have under center for just this Sunday as of right now? Like, as of right now.
Brock Purdy, but only if he's like pretty much assured that he's not going to re-aggravate or make that thing worse. Because if he goes out too early and hurts himself more seriously, we're all going to regret this because there's 14 games left, and I don't want to trash the next several games if he's going to re-aggravate it. So my answer is Brock Purdy, but only if he's good to go. Like, I don't want him rushing back right now. I don't. But I'm a little worried about Mac Jones with the knee. So I don't know. Well, how about you? Well, what do you want?
I mean, if Mac Jones was healthy, like fully healthy, I'd want Mac Jones over Purdy because of what you just said. Like, let Brock really heal up. But because Jones is ailing as well, and Purdy practiced yesterday, and Purdy is our number one, our QB1. Got to go Brock, and I miss Brock. I got to be honest. Like, I'm thankful for Mac Jones, but I miss Brock. And there's something about that smile. I miss his legs, dude. I miss the fact that he is mobile and he's found like he's using them now. And it was only one game that we saw. He was scampering like a mofo on that on week one. So I'm excited if Brock's ready. Like, it's just an interesting thing. I don't know. They've been quiet about the severity of Mac Jones's injury too. So it's, I would hope to see, I guess in the end, Paulie, I would hope to see Brock Purdy on Sunday because Mac Jones is not 100%.
And again, it's really weird how we keep like inadvertently rubbing up against different U2 references. You dropped the mofo. Let's not forget mofo on Pop. That's a great track. Looking for to save my soul. I like mofo. It's like a techno song. It's like techno before there was techno. You know what I mean?
Oh, come on, wham. I mean, dude, it's
very trippy, dude. It's a very trippy album. I have a feeling they were dabbling with a few things when they were recording that. I mean, it's in the music. You can hear it. You know what I mean? There's some extracurriculars going on there.
Totally. By the way, Pine Needle, we've been able to get by these past couple of games with a vanilla high school type offense because Mac Jones has limitations. We get the Rams and Bucks after this, so we cannot afford to lose. We need Brock. So yeah, he's right. I mean, dude, yes, after the Jags, it's Rams and Bucks, man. Like that Thursday night Rams game is going to be a battle, dude.
You and I have a very special event to attend with that Rams Bucks game. That's going to be excuse me, the Thursday night is the Rams Niners, right? Unless I'm getting confused.
Next Thursday. Yeah, next
Correct.
Thursday.
Yeah, and Tony and I ready for this. We'll send lots of pictures and VIP stuff. Tony and I are going to be watching that game with just a couple guys: Brent Jones, Bryant Young, and Frank freaking Gore. We have like a private event we're gonna host next week. Tony and I up in the wine country, and those guys are a big part of it. And all three of those guys. I honestly don't know Frank Gore that well. I don't. I've talked to him like once or twice, but we both know Brent Jones, and I'm getting to know Bryant Young. And let me tell you what, dude. Meeting Bryant Young, prepare yourself. Your knees are gonna start shaking, dude. He is such a formidable, amazing presence. He's such an incredible. He really reminds me of Ronnie Lott, personality-wise. Like they're just men of honor. And I'm not exaggerating. They really are.
When we saw him at the Dwight Clark event, he's a huge hulking.
He's like a grizzly bear in a suit. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But when you talk to him, he's like a quiet, reserved, chill. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? I'm Bryant. And it's like, yeah, I know who you are, dude. But they're all chill. Like Ronnie Lott's the same way. They have this switch that they just turn on when they put the pads on and get on the field. And they become like a machine. But when you meet them off the field, they're so reserved and chill. I mean, it's really fun.
And they're both Hall of Famers too, as they should be. Yeah. Yeah.
Brent Jones. Oh man, it's gonna be fun to see Brent too. But anyways, Paulie, the Rams have a big test this weekend with the Colts coming to town. So, and tonight, Seattle at Arizona. I'm actually really interested in this game, this NFC West matchup tonight. And I'm actually thinking Sam Darnold's gonna have a good game. Personally, because I think he's going to pick apart that second.
I've been saying that like every week. You've been like singing the praises of Sam Darnold, which is fine. It's fine.
He went 14 of 18 last week for like, I don't know, 250 or something like that, and a touchdown. Like he didn't have a good week the week before, but I think Darnold is a good quarterback. He's not great, but I think he's good, and I feel like he's in a good system and has a good head coach right now. So he's in a position to succeed, and I like the guy. I remember Matt Mayoko talking about him as just being a great dude, and he obviously had Mayoko raved about his arm, but also just a great dude. And the way Darnold refers back to his year with the Niners as one of the greatest years in his football life. So I root for the guy, even though he's a Seahawk. That's the only thing that makes it tough. But if you had to pick who you're rooting for tonight, are you rooting for Arizona or Seattle?
Jeez, I'd rather not root for either one of them. Honestly, I don't like Seattle at all, and the Cardinals are just kind of a pain in the ass. They're not like. Again, even last week, it's always a problem with the Cardinals. It's never easy. So I don't even know that I'm rooting for anybody. I'm just going to kind of watch the game tonight. But you're right. It's a nice ball game. And the NFC West is going to be a freaking dogfight, man. The whole season, it's going to be tough, nip and tuck. And the Rams, dude, by the way, to kind of preview the hot and sour picks, as we will give you our weekly picks tomorrow. It's funny that you shouted out both games that I'm going to take. You shouted out the Bucks. That's a game I want to look at, and I also want to look at the Rams game. The Rams the Rams hosting the Colts. That'll be a good one too. And by the way, last thing before we go to Los D.
Yeah,
Arizona is giving 1.5.
Yeah,
any comments on that? You're the guy with the the know-how.
No, I think that's about right. I mean, and God, man, Vegas, the over/under is 43.5. That's like perfect, dude. Like, yeah, I mean, that's basically Seattle's 2-1. They're both 2-1. I think based on last week and what they saw last week, it wasn't a convincing. Like, there wasn't much to show. Arizona didn't have much to show off, and Connor's hurt now too. That's a big factor. And like we said on Monday or Tuesday, Arizona probably should have won that game on Sunday, and we're lucky that they didn't because of there are not many, but a few really key drops that they had. And yeah, drop. But I'm looking forward to tonight because Darnold versus Kyler, not versus each other, but both quarterbacks, good quarterbacks. And we'll see how because Seattle's defense is good. And we'll see how they battle against Kyler. I'm curious to see how they try to contain Kyler Murray. But
quick question. Do you have any and I'm going to guess the answer is yes, but do you have any kind of coaching obligations tonight in one of the several leagues you're involved with? Do you have any coaching things you got to do tonight?
Paulie, not only do I have coaching from 8 to 9 p.m., but I have fall.
8 to 9. It's a little late. These kids are 10-year-old kids, bro. The kids got school tomorrow. Yeah, we got them working out till 9 tonight. No problem. What sport are we talking about now?
This is just BP, batting practice. We go to a cage and we swing it for an hour. This is they're 11.
Dude, BP. Let's go under the lights, kids. Under the lights, BP.
I don't mind this because it is. We go into a cage and we just swing it for an hour. It flies by. And
are you drinking a beer during this BP? Tell me the truth.
No, but maybe before. I see. But we always make sure Dom gets his homework done first, and then we go. But 9 o'clock's the latest we've ever gone. And yeah, but dude, there's these club volleyball teams. They'll go to like 9:30, 10 o'clock, dude.
I hope people do remember they're kids. These are little kids we're talking about. They're not even in high school, and we got them swinging until 9. All right. It's just crazy. The reason I asked is I was going to say, a lot of people don't know this about Creative Tony. Hey, Joy P, how are you today? Corinne, all of y'all, Lily, all the PMP ladies are lining up today. Great to see everybody. Steve Groschel. Tony, people don't know this about you, but Tony's a very sophisticated, kind of cosmopolitan, you know what I mean? Borderline metrosexual type, like right on the line. And he is a frequent orderer of very expensive, high-end, like mixed cocktails type. He took me to some fancy schmancy, like unmarked bars, which I had a great time at, by the way. Shout out Trick Dog in the Mission. Really cool place. But Tony knows all these like speakeasy stuff, nobody knows about. So I was going to say, if you're watching Arizona and Seattle tonight, will you make yourselves one of those Maker's Mark, nutmeg, bark shavings, kind of like, $38 cocktail drinks? Would you be doing that tonight? Sprinkling some, brown sugar on top, things like that.
There won't be any brown sugar or bark, but I am going to test out the Tiger Loma because this is also the weekend of our fall festival at our school, the kids' school, and Neil Denardi will be making pizzas. Pizza all weekend at the fall.
You got to post up right next to the pizza oven, dude. Just drop anchor right next to Neil.
Today, I have to go later this afternoon. I have to go help set up what we call the Tiger Lounge because we're the Tigers. So we're going to set up the Tiger Lounge, and the signature drink this year is the Tiger Loma, which is a take on the Paloma, but it's like Topo Chico soda water or just soda water and cucumbers. Let's just say tequila, and then Fresca, dude. Some dash of Fresca.
Who's a big Fresca fan? You're the only other guy I know, and you're right. It's a kind of underrated, refreshing, crisp drink. Rags' brother Brian is a big Fresca guy. Last time I went to Jersey, he actually handed me a Fresca. He's like, try one of these. I go, yeah, no problem. And dude. Rags, last thing. Sorry, Low Steve. Sorry, brother. Last thing. Rags is asking you, Tony, what the hell is a speakeasy? Go ahead.
Oh, dude, a speakeasy is like it's a throwback to the bootlegging days when they would be illegal bars, basically hidden bars, and you needed to have the password to get in. And so now it's kind of a thing where they do this now where there's certain speakeasies and you have to know the code or the password to get in. It's kind of it's a play on the bootlegging days. But Paulie, we were just talking about this. Was it with Patty yesterday about the Half Moon Bay, like at Miramar Miramar Beach restaurant used to be a brothel and a bootlegging spot. Moss Beach Distillery in Half Moon Bay used to be a famous bootlegging spot where they would have like rum runner boats and booze boats bringing up booze to the shores at like 3 and 4 in the morning in the dark of the night and bringing in the booze. So I love the history of the prohibition and the bootlegging and all that. So that is the speakeasy. It's a throwback to like the bootlegging and prohibition days when there was no booze. So
shout out, you say they bring, and by the way, I love the terminology. They're running booze at 3 in the morning, and they're bringing it up in the dark of the night. Shout out Whitesnake, still of the night. Tony, I've seen him. Okay, I've seen him. I saw him on that tour. As a matter of fact, they opened for Motley Crue on the girls tour. Whitesnake was touring on that Still the Night record. It's a pretty good show, by the way.
Also, shout out Pink Floyd, without mentioning Roger Waters,
Totally.
David Gilmour Pink Floyd. Let's just call it the David Gilmour's Pink Floyd from now on.
Yes, dude, I love that, dude. Let's call it Sid Barrett's Pink Floyd.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
Poor bastard riding his bike around looking crazy now. You know, I mean, I know he passed away, but you would see pictures of Sid Barrett, dude, just looking like Cuckoo's Nest time. You know what I mean?
I just listened to Dark Side of the Moon recently again, and it's just do yourselves a favor and go back and listen to that album. But Brain Damage, Eclipse, man. At the end of that album, Brain Damage, Eclipse.
I'm a big Us and Them fan. I like Us and Them.
Us and Them into any color you like. Dude.
What are you going to do? And that's David Gilmour's Pink Floyd we're talking about.
David Gilmour's Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
You on the dark side of the moon.
You know, Waters has been telling us he's a prick for years without saying it. I told you that thing I read when I saw Floyd in '88, the first time they got back together. Roger Waters was like, you know, that's my pig up there. That's my pig. That's my wall. It's like, dude, shut up. Shut your trap, Waters. All right, enough of that. Let's bring in Carlos De La Fuente. We love Carlos. He's been patiently waiting. Oh, he's doing the crossfade, Tony. Doing the crossfade. Are you going headset, Mike? Ooh, Boston. Oh, Low Steve's loaded for bear. Tony, he's got the Boston shirt on, and he's got the headset mic. There's not much more we could ask for.
What up, Lowe's?
Come on, Pelicans.
Yeah. Hold on, dude. Hold on. Here we go.
Pelican, come on, Pelican.
Come on, Pelican. And by the way, those words are being spoken from the hot tub built into his bedroom. He's got a sunken hot tub in the bedroom. It's outrageous.
One more time. Here we go. One more time.
Pelican flag. Come on, Pelican.
Doesn't he have a cigar too? Isn't he?
Of course he does. Of course he has a huge cigar. Michelle Pfeiffer's walking around. She's pissed off at him. She's like, come on, Tony, turn this off. He's like, what's wrong with you? She can't have no kids. He gets into that whole rap. It's pretty harsh. Low Steve, how you doing today, man? Thanks for joining us, buddy.
Good. Always boys. Please, a little bit of a different setup today. So no cracks about a Big Mac combo and fries to go because I got the McDonald's headset on. Please, let's not go there.
It's all good. I love the headset. Now, Low Steve.
Oh, dude, if anything, hold on, Paulie. If anything, you look like you should be on the sideline this Sunday with Shanahan, dude.
Yeah, like a running backs coach. Low Steve, running backs coach. Yeah.
That would be interesting. Me and him together. You know the rumors.
So Low Steve, just to go a little deeper into that. So Low Steve is obviously one of our great sponsors, but he's also a friend of ours, and he's a very passionate Niner fan, Giant fan. And what I love about Low Steve, this guy's not going to sugarcoat a damn thing. He comes in with some takes that are just like, you know what? I've had it with this guy. This guy's not selling out. And I like that about you. So for those that don't know and haven't seen your post, what is your kind of stance or view on Shanahan, as we are deep into the Shanahan era now?
Ooh, that's a long segment right there. I'll do the abbreviated version. I loved Shanahan when they hired him. I was a big fan of him. I wanted him over Josh McDaniels. I just have observed some things about him over the last 8 years as coach that a lot of fans don't see, or maybe they see and they just kind of like sweep it under the rug and don't look at it. So I've always thought he's a very smart and very good coach. My issues and problems with him has been stubbornness and not coming off of some things that he should have come off without going too much into detail. But guys, Super Bowl 58 kind of broke me, because there was a third loss, and it's one thing to lose, but it's another thing to lose in the same manner. Up 10. Your offense is struggling in the second half in the fourth quarter. The other team made adjustments, and you as the head coach that has a very, very high reputation of being very smart didn't make any adjustments, didn't run the ball to protect the lead. So when I see things like that, and I'm the type of guy that when I see we all make mistakes. Shit, I make a ton of them. But do you learn from them? Right. And that's one of the issues I have with Shanny is that I don't know if he's learned from his mistakes. I'm also a huge proponent of offensive line, and it's weird that they don't address. You just signed your quarterback to a massive deal. Why would you not want to protect him? It's like buying a car, and I'm going to upgrade the sunroof, and I'm going to upgrade and have a great stereo, but my tires suck. Doesn't make any sense.
And I like the word you used. That's a really, I thought pretty effective word choice you made when you said that last Super Bowl loss broke me, dude. I kind of feel the same way. I really do. Like, because all three of us grew up with that standard of 49er football. I mean, DeBartolo used to fire, dude, he fired George Seifert essentially after a 12-4 season because we lost to the Packers. He was like, that's it for you. You're freaking out of here. And that was the standard. We don't raise flags when we win the division. We don't win flags because we go to the conference title game. We raise flags when we win a Super Bowl, and that's what's expected every year. Now, like you said, Los, you got to be reasonable. Sometimes, players retire, you have to rebuild. But during the Shanahan era, having gone to the Super Bowl twice and have been unable to protect 10-point leads, especially in the Garoppolo game, they had a 10-point lead with 8 minutes left in the game, and they couldn't hold on to that. And that one was bad enough. But then to back it up with a second loss to the same damn team in a year where I will maintain the 49ers were the better team. They had more on both sides of the ball. That was our best team under Shanahan. Christian McCaffrey was playing out of his mind. We had Debo. We still had Aiyuk. We were fully loaded for Bear, and it did. It kind of broke us, dude. Great word, Tony. And I think you probably can speak to that too, T. I mean, this is not what we're supposed to be doing in San Francisco. We're supposed to win those games.
Yeah, the fact that my kids, like when we grew up, we knew the 49ers as going to the Super Bowl and winning.
It was pretty much a lock. It was a lock. I mean, we go to the bowl, we're coming home with the trophy. That's it.
But my kids know the 49ers as going to the Super Bowl and losing. And it's really bizarre because it makes me realize how lucky we were as kids also. But yes, broke me is a great way to put it. I also, just for a little side note, I love when Lo said, I'm the type of guy. And it made me think of our riff about LL Cool J last night.
TYPEGUY. I'm that type of guy. Dude, I'll roll with LL all day. All damn day. What do you want? Walking with a Panther? I got it. Sure.
And we talk, guys, about the Super Bowls to the Chiefs, but you can't forget they lost a 10-point lead to the Rams.
Yep.
In the NFC Championship game. And Debo was the best. Debo was the best player on the planet that year, and he didn't hardly touch the ball in the second half. Right. Just like in the first Super Bowl against the Chiefs, they couldn't stop the jet reverse sweep. They couldn't stop it. Yep. Even their honey badger safety said, God, why did they stop running the ball? We couldn't stop it. They started throwing it. Yeah. So it's just little things like that. And again, it being the same pattern. Harbaugh lost some games too here, but they were all in different ways. And that's why I distinguished the two. It's like, okay, you're losing the same way. Change it up. That's all I'm saying.
Los, let me ask you. Oh, first of all, Los, Corinne is a super, and we got to get this up here too. Corinne, thank you so much for the super. And she says, Los D does fabulous work. Trust Los D. So, Los, before we let you go, we're going to keep the conversation going. But at the end of the conversation, let's get back into some flex funding.
Of course.
And some, talk some rates, talk some, we'll go into your neck of the woods. But I just want to know, right now, how do you feel about Shanahan right now, 3-0 with the banged up roster? Or have you come around a little bit? Are you feeling good? Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's hear it.
Yeah. I give flowers when they're due, and I spank when I do. Remember that word back in the day?
Yeah.
No, I mean, and in today's age, guys, when you say something against somebody that's popular, it's just called hate, and no pun intended, but I hate that word. It's just holding people accountable, and that's just old school. So to answer your question, I think he's doing a good job this year. I think he's gotten improved on clock management. I think roster politics has gotten a little bit better on. So considering all the things that he's going through, I think he's doing a better job. Now it remains to be seen when they play the big teams and the better teams, what's going to happen. And they're going to get a lot of guys back towards the end of the year, but I see Shanahan improving a little bit on some things. So
hey, I got something for both of you guys. All right, Tony, go ahead. Go ahead, Tony.
Do you like Shanahan calling plays?
In the first half, I do. I don't in the second half.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Because like I said, it's a time management. When you're ahead, the clock is your friend. The clock is your friend. And if anything, they should have saw what the Eagles did. The Eagles did to the same team that you can't beat. Remember, he's 0-5 against the Chiefs.
I hate that so freaking much.
And on top of that, Tony, he's 1-9 against Buffalo, Baltimore, Cincinnati, and the Chiefs. 1-9.
And you know what the one win is? I actually know this right off the top of my head. The one win is Jimmy Garoppolo in Cincinnati. beating the Bengals in an incredible performance. People were so hard on Garoppolo, they forget, like, that guy, he's the winningest quarterback under Kyle Shanahan's tenure. I mean, he won more games than any other quarterback. And that was one of the he had a tendency to win those big games, Garoppolo, and that was the one. He went into Cincinnati and beat them, and they were really good. That was a December game too. It was like 10 degrees outside. Garoppolo made a lot of big throws that night, but that's pretty scary. 1-9 against those teams. That's not exactly positive.
It is, and I got to tell you, I got to pivot just a little bit. Paulie, when we sat down for our Sausalito lunch, I was starting to talk to you about this music versus sports topic that I brought up. It's taken a life of its own.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys, all of them, they all text me on Sunday. Are you listening to music? Like giving me crap because I chose music. I feel like I'm fighting this battle with so many of my friends and family that chose sports. And I'm like, you know what? I need PMP to back me up because I know majority of them are going to go music over sports.
Here's another great thing. Here's another one for your bullet vest here. So here's one thing about, even if you love football more than life itself, which all three of us pretty much do, there's still a limited season. The season's going to end in February. My music season is year round. You know what I mean? All day, every day. There's no off season, dude. I got Zeppelin today. I got Boston tomorrow. We'll just keep rocking. So that's another kind of perk for the music argument. T, what do you got?
Also, it is possible to listen to music while watching a game.
I've done it.
I've done it. Do that. Like, I'll spin records, and like if I know that I'm gonna get like I don't know, like this weekend it's Mark Sanchez, and I'm not the biggest Mark Sanchez color and
you think I really need another night listening to Chris Collinsworth pretty much make out with Patrick Mahomes? I don't need to hear it. I'd rather put on a Dead show or something like that. Oh, look at Patrick Mahomes, just the way he rolled out of the pocket. Oh, he's so sexy. He's pretty much this close to saying, look, check out how nice his ass is. He's far away from that. Yeah.
You know what one of my great comebacks is, and they don't have an answer for it, is I say, you know what? All these pro athletes, before the games start, they have their headphones on.
Yes.
I'm guessing they're not listening to podcasts about sports. I'm guessing they're listening to music to motivate them. Sit down.
Right.
Even when they're warming up on the field, they all have their little earbuds in and they're working out and listening to music. Music adds so much to everything. I just did a run and hike this morning and I listened to music the entire time. It's every time I take a road trip, I'm listening to music. Like, music just enhances. And when I cook in the kitchen, when I do the freaking dishes.
It's a must during dishes, dude. It's a freaking must.
When I do dishes, I'm not watching a game. I'm listening to music.
Tony's like washing dishes like this, watching the game like it's like what? No, it's not like, but I'm with you, Tony. Music is pumping when I'm washing dishes. Hey, Los D, speaking of, here's a question. So I'll kind of look ahead to tomorrow because Tony and I have been talking about this. The musical assignment this week, grab your pens, kids, because this is what we need this week. Songs to send to Nick Bosa for his recovery, to make him feel better. Songs you want to dedicate to Nick Bosa. And let's do Los D. Give me one, Los D. Something you could give to Bosa to say, dude, feel better, get well, something like that. Like, what would you? Could be a rocker, could be a ballad, anything you want, really.
God, you put me on the spot.
All right,
definitely, but you know what? I'm kind of a deeper thinker guy, and a lot of the music that I like is instrumentals.
Yeah.
So I think Nick is feeling really bad about himself right now, tearing his ACL again.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like hard rock or hip hop or something is not exactly what he needs. He needs a little bit of therapy mentally to get back into it. So maybe a little Tangerine Dream or a little Paul Hardcastle, anything instrumental that can just let him be in his own little world and just kind of feel better about himself. So
I love it.
That's about as good as I can come back with.
Love it. Maybe give him some Miles Davis Bitches Brew or something.
Yeah, there you go.
Like, get deep in it, Nick Bosa. Like, he's gonna have a lot of therapy times, a lot of time in the rehab centers, and a lot of electronic stim and all that stuff. Where he's gonna be laying on a table, put headphones on, and dive deep into the Miles Davis Coltrane catalog or Herbie Hancock. Dude, listen to the Herbie Hancock and the Headhunters. Give me some Watermelon Man. That.
How about some John Coltrane, Tony? What about My Favorite Thing, for God's sakes? Let's give him that. Whatever it takes to lift his spirits. But we'll do that with the PMP family. Yeah.
He might be real frustrated with football and be saying, "Take this job and shove it."
I ain't working here no more. By the way, did you guys hear that Nick Bosa, after his surgery and after he heals up enough, he's actually told the coaching staff he wants to come back and work with the defense. He wants to like kind of adapt like a role as like an assistant coach in a way.
That.
Nice.
I do too. I love that because he's got so much technique and he's almost like he really is a technician when he's on the field. Nick Bosa, starting with like his stance where he's almost like a cheetah, like the way he gets so low to the ground with his arm back. It's like, and everything he does is methodical. There's a method to every move Bosa makes. So I agree. I think he could probably help some of our guys on the D line.
You know what, guys, too, I was going to say, you know, in life in general, you either teach or you learn. One of the many things I love about, you know, your show is that I learn a whole lot about music. I mean, like I know music pretty well, but Jesus, I know algebra music. This is calculus. I mean, my God, this is at an advanced level. So I learn all the time from you guys from the chat about so many variances and differences of music and genres. And kind of staying on that theme, we always talk about old school TV shows. One thing that distinguishes the old TV shows from anything nowadays is the opening theme songs to them. Oh. And I just wanted to kind of like hear your guys. Some of my favorite, doesn't mean I'm necessarily the greatest show I like, just the greatest opening theme songs I like. Tell me what you think. These are my top 4. Taxi,
dude.
Cheers, Beretta, Starsky and Hutch.
Oh, dude. Well, let me start with Taxi. Let me just start at the top with Taxi.
Give it to me.
Dude, I love Taxi. Taxi was a great show. I think everybody loved Taxi. The cast was amazing, and the show, it was just a really well done show, really well written. But I remember
Kanicki's in that show. Kanicki's in that
show.
Bro,
you got Kanicki. You got what was the burnout guy's name? From Back to the Future, the scientist.
Lapka.
No, not Lotka. That was another one though. Andy Kaufman is Lotka. Great one. No, the guy. Come on, Tony.
Christopher Lloyd, right?
Yes.
Christopher Lloyd. That's right.
Christopher Lloyd. But I always felt like the song with Taxi at the beginning. You see that car? It's going over the bridge, and they would play like that song. Do 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 do. I always felt like there was a sadness to it. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, there's some sorrow in that song. I don't know. Do you feel that, Los? Like there was a sadness almost in that theme song.
It makes you think for sure.
Yeah. Tony, give me yours. What do you got theme song wise?
Dude, I mean, I love the Billy Joel Bosom Buddies theme.
Ooh.
I love What's Happening. I love Sanford and Son. I love Good Times. The Jeffersons. Three's Company. Like you could go on. We were lucky again. Very fortunate to grow up when we did in the heyday of the sitcom, and all of those shows had great opening songs. You're so right, Los. They all had great opening songs.
How about a bass guitar of a Barney Miller?
Dude,
great. By the way, another great one, dude, and all three of us are big way into this one, is it's much more contemporary, but how about just the opening song in The Sopranos? You know what I mean? Woke up this morning, got yourself a gun. Like that, it just worked with the show.
Is it safe to say both of you had that as a ringtone for a period of time?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, so did I.
Mm-hmm.
People on the chat are on fire, and I agree with dude. John Joseph says chips. Come on. And Paulie and I have talked about being Ponch and John for Halloween. That's
the tight shirts, dude. Super tight unis. Yeah.
Also the
boots, Tony. We'd have to go with those knee-high boots they wore. You know how ridiculous we would look? It would be incredible with the mirrored shades and everything. Just walking around, hey, how you doing? You know what I mean? With the knee boots on, those rubber boots, we'd look skin tight too. The pants are skin tight.
Also, don't sleep on Night Court's opening song.
Nice, Tony.
Right? And I got to give Steve Groschel some love on that one. And then WKRP, Arkansas Dave.
Rest in peace, Lonnie Anderson.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's tough. Tough on Lonnie. Yeah.
Can we also just give some love to Bailey? Because Bailey was always
100%. 100%. You got the glasses going. I like that. Throw the glasses on. I'm interested. You know what I mean? Hey, by the way, I want to do something with Los D real quick because we're going to wind down in a few minutes. But
Sorry. Pause. I apologize, Paulie. We have supers, Paulie. I apologize. Supers for Los.
We're not ending right now. I wasn't going to end right now.
I know, but these are on the topic we're talking about right now before you shift gears. So Escobar doing a super right now for Night Court. Escobar, thank you, dude. I love it. Patty from Napa. She says, Partridge family. Oh, and Los D. Hi, Los D. Love ya. So that's from Patty from Napa. Thank you, Patty.
Thank you, Patty.
And then Gravy Mark Graves says Jim Ignatowski was the character's name on Taxi.
That's what I was waiting for. Thank you, Gravy.
Good knowledge.
I should have known Gravy would come in with the reverse jam. Yeah, dude, Ignatowski. That's totally out of his mind. Oh, walking around like, I don't know. He's all burnt out. But since we have Los on, one of the things I really like about Carlos, you guys, is if you haven't gotten to meet him yet, you will. We'll have more get-togethers. Carlos, he's like us, Tony, in that he goes way back in the Bay and he loves the city. Like, he loves the city. And we actually have some kind of sad news, but I want to do this with Los because I think you'll appreciate this. We lost, Tony, if you can go to bookmarks and just pull out the first story. We kind of lost the San Francisco icon yesterday, and I want to give him some love because this is a guy who is really good to the Murph and Mac show over the years. He's been really good to me privately. Tony, you and I have had many dinners there. We lost the owner of the House of Prime Rib, Joe Betts, who is a real kind of fixture in the San Francisco scene. Like, think about Los D, the old Gary Radnich Sports Final show. Yeah. All of his guests would get the gift certificate to go to the House of Prime Rib. And there he is. There's the late Joe Betts. And he was just so accommodating, so quick to want to help his customers out. And again, as I said, really, really good to the Murph and Mac show over the years. And I didn't know this, Tony, but I read the article, and you can go to the SF Standard. They wrote a really nice piece about him, and that's the one we have posted there. He apparently, Tony, I never knew this. He would go to the Glide Memorial Church every Christmas Eve and serve everyone prime rib dinners. Yeah. Because that Glide does a lot of really good work in the community. There's some really hungry people down there in the Tenderloin, and he would go down there and serve prime rib. He wouldn't, instead of staying home with his family, he'd be out on the streets helping people have a nice holiday dinner. And there he is, real sweetheart of a guy. And Los D, I'm sure you've had ties or dinners at the House of Prime Rib. It's a staple in San Francisco. Oh,
one of the absolute most phenomenal places I've eaten in my life. And I've traveled quite a bit around the world. And I knew quite a bit of police officers, so they had connections to, because it's a hard RSVP. Let me tell you, if you don't know somebody, you're looking at 5-6 months out. So, hey, rest in peace. Thank you for bringing us a phenomenal restaurant to enjoy and get some great food.
Totally. And also the Betts family, just because Stephen Betts went to SI and he was in my sister's class, and I've stayed in touch with Stephen, and he was great and always helping us, bring guests from KMBR onto at House of Prime Rib, and always making room for us. But the Betts family just understood the magic potion of customer service, where we want to make you feel so welcome here. It's what Neil and they do at Long Bridge Pizza, right? They just make you feel so welcome as you're part of a larger family. And it's like almost you're going into their larger dining room, and the way they make you feel. And that restaurant is such a special place in San Francisco. And so, yeah, very sad news, but what a legacy, and what just a San Francisco landmark. Everybody that comes to San Francisco, I promise you, they may not be able to get into House of Prime Rib or visit, but they know it's on their radar of when they visit San Francisco. Oh, House of Prime Rib, House of Prime Rib, right?
1,000%.
So it's just tip of the cap, big time tip of the cap to Joe Betts and to the Betts family. And I know Stephen and the Betts family, they will continue. This does not mean the end of House of Prime Rib. This means, if anything, they are, more than ever motivated to keep House of Prime Rib going better than ever. And really, really excited. And Paulie, can I kind of balance that news out with some really great news about a San Francisco landmark? Dude, a San Francisco landmark is reopening, and I'm ecstatic about this. The bar, the final is reopening in San Francisco, and that place is almost 100 years old.
Where? I don't know it. Where's the final? I don't know the place.
Final is right near. Remember Liverpool Lils?
Oh, I love Liverpool Lives. That's where Joe DiMaggio used to hang out, man. Yeah.
Right near Liverpool Lils, and I used to go.
Because that's hidden. That's over there by the Presidio. It's kind of, you got to know what you're doing to get over there. Yeah.
Wow. So the final is going to reopen. It's great freaking news. I'm so ecstatic. So, with Joe's passing, there's also the good news of the final, and the good news that House of Prime Rib is going to continue to just flourish.
I gotta say this one more time, you guys, and then we'll move on. Is that Murph and I? We had a bunch of our kind of staff holiday dinners at the House of Prime Rib. Like we would take Pecan and whoever's on the show, Kate Scott. And every time we would call, because Los D said it a minute ago, he goes, you got to have like 5 months in advance to make a reservation there. Dude, we would call Joe Betts and we would talk about this on the air. It was so funny. He wouldn't even let us finish the sentence before he would like tell us it's already booked. Like we'd be like, hey, Joe, it's Paulie Mac. I just wanted to see, we need a table for 10. It's a holiday Christmas day. He's like, no. It's already done. It's done. It's already booked. It's done. And I'd be like, well, can I tell you how many people? No. Don't even worry. Just come in. He would just say like, don't even give me the numbers. Just show up. It's okay. I'm like, yeah, but it's a big table. No. It's done. It's already done. He would like get pissed if you would like want to tell him the information. He was such a sweetheart and such a gracious guy. And I say, rest in peace, Joe Betts. Condolences to the Betts family, and let that legacy live on. Because Tony's right. It's not going away. Yeah. But they lost the godfather of the whole scene. So thank God we had those connections back in the day, because we didn't know Dom Peralta and his powers back then. So no, exactly. Shout out Dom. Hey, final moments of the show, Los. You're talking about special powers, dude. You've got special powers when it comes to the financial world, whether it's mortgages, refinancing, loans, private money loans, things like that. Let's talk just for a moment about your services at Flex Funding and what's cooking over there, dude. Interest rates. What can you tell us today? Give us like an update from the Los D corner of the universe. Yeah, so interest rates have been trickling down for the better part of 2 or 3 months. I think a lot of consumers and borrowers kind of don't understand, just because the Feds drop a rate doesn't mean like the next day the rate sheets are going to get better. Fixed rates are tied to the 10-year Treasury. And sometimes that'll be affected in a good way. Sometimes it doesn't. So there are just too many things that affect rates besides the economy. There's too many world events. So I always say when the opportunity arises that it makes sense. And, most people took advantage and got their rates as far as their first mortgage in 2020, 2021 in the 2s or 3s. They have no need. Oh, my God, I can get to 5.75 right now. Like, that doesn't benefit you. But for the people that did purchase in the last few years are in the 7s and 8s. Yeah, this is an opportunity. The incentive that I have with the one lender expires in 1 week. So I've been trying to market that like crazy. So, there's sales is not easy, guys. Let me tell you, you gotta be thick skinned, because you can get all the information out that you can. But at the end of the day, and you know how I am, I don't push things. I just give information and facts. And you have my number and you have my email, and if I can help you, I can help you. I never want to push people to do something that they're not ready to do. And by the way, I'm a big believer of HI over AI. I like human intelligence. Yeah, man. I like human intelligence. And that's why it's kind of funny. I relate more to the older crowd and the older generation, because they appreciate verbal conversations. I'd rather have a 15-minute conversation than 62 emails going back and forth. Yeah, me too. So yeah, I mean, rates are doing well, on a case-by-case basis, if it makes sense. As you guys know, I'm a niche product guy. I do a lot of weird, quirky stuff. Too much to explain in detail here, but under specific circumstances. And I really help those people that are self-employed, because they can't verify income like normal people can. So they have to go a different route. So yeah, business is good. Phone is ringing. So can't complain. Great. And I'm sorry, Tony. Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead.
Los, I just want to give you on-air love from 2 close friends of mine who have contacted you, and they cannot sing your praises enough, man. And especially, we're talking about my buddy Pete Hoffman is one of them, who is now your buddy as well. But I just spoke to him yesterday, and he goes, dude, the creativity and the effort that Los is putting into our situation because it's a unique situation. He goes, I don't think I'd get that anywhere else. And so I just wanted to pass that on to you, because that was from Pete to me yesterday. And it's that kind of stuff that we're talking about with why we partnered with Los in the first place, is that he cares deeply about your situation. It's not just a numbers game. It's not just, you're not just I don't know, another client coming through. It's meaningful with Los. So I just want to pass that on, man. So thank you
so much. Thank you, Pete.
Yeah, and then one more thing, last thing, Los, and then we'll wrap and we'll go have some lunch, is our good buddy Robot Centaur, Fareed, who is the lead anchor at the PMP Sports Desk, obviously, but also he's a businessman in his private time, and he said he's going to be reaching out to you as well. So I think expect a call from Fareed, also known as Robot Centaur. Yes, Tony?
I just told, because you're talking about the sports desk. Hang on. Okay, there you go. I just had to give a sports flash because you talked about the sports desk.
You got to acknowledge it. No, you got to acknowledge it with an explosion, some lasers, you know what I mean? Some dry ice, whatever it takes. Some pyro. Yeah.
Los, I got to give you the close encounters chime because a couple more supers have come in. Noemi checking in. What's up, Noemi? She says, what? No love for the Golden Girls theme? And she goes, XOXO Los D. So thanks for the super, Noemi.
Without exaggerating and without embellishing anything, Tony, I'm dead serious. I'm not even joking when I say weren't you a Golden Girls fan? I'm dead serious.
He's not going to admit that.
No, 100%.
I thought so. No, for real.
Nice.
You rise with the Golden Girls. I remember this. You used to talk about this. Go ahead. Go.
They were great. There were 3 different personalities, dude. They were all freaking amazing. It was great. And you had the wasn't
there like a sexed up Golden Girl? Yeah.
Why am I blanking on her name right now? Oh man,
I never saw it. I don't know. This is all yours. This is your segment, buddy. Run with it.
I know, I always thought, like, man, I hope that if my situation were to run into that type of a situation where I'm I'm just, it's all the situations where they're without their partners anymore, right? Whether it's through divorce or through death or whatever. So they all live together. Yeah. And I'm like, if I was ever in those shoes, I hope that I could have as much fun as the Golden Girls had in their golden years, dude. So yes, was it Blanche? It might have been Blanche. I got to look that up, man. But it was a great show.
Well, I tell you what,
too many to remember.
I'm sitting here and I'm observing you guys, and I'm just thinking while Tony's singing the praises of the Golden Girls, I think I got an idea here, boys. Me, Los D, Creative Tony, the Golden Boys. Okay, how about the freaking Golden Boys? Get a camera on the 3 of us. Throw us in the house for a couple of weeks with a camera. We'll give you some content. Here come the Golden Boys. You know what I mean? Los D's coming down the stairs with a box of Cheerios. We all start riffing. I've already got ideas. I'll sketch out some concepts. Because what do you guys think? You down for the Golden Boys?
Yes, 100%. And Paulie, it was Blanche, and B. Arthur was Dorothy. Betty White was Rose, and then Estelle Getty was Sophia. So, dude, really fun.
I asked, you answered. You delivered the info, and then Los for guys like Robot Center or Fareed saying like, you know what, I want to talk to Los. Tell them how they can get in touch with you or what your preferences are that way.
Oh, by phone call, obviously. I love talking. So, 925-250-4894. But, if you want to just, sometimes the best way really is shoot me an email just of your scenario, just so I can be prepared and have an idea about what we're going to talk about and how we can brainstorm together. So
nice.
maybe an email first just to like go over everything and then follow it up with a phone call. My doors are always open.
One more super from our guy, Dom Peralta. He's checking in as a super Los. He says, trust Los. Thank you, Carlos, for all you do for the PMP and beyond. Love.
Thank you, Dom. That's one quality dude. Beyond a shadow of a doubt. Hey, real quick, before I go, guys, one idea I wanted to throw at you guys is, Paulie's talking about East Coast nicknames. Yeah. What if everybody in the PMP Familia had a nickname?
I'm all for it. I mean, that's my comfort zone. I'm all for it, you guys.
But here's the thing about nicknames. Do you give yourself a nickname or does somebody else have to give it to you?
I think it has to be given.
I think so too.
Then you're getting into George Costanza sitting in the conference room going, call me T-Bone. And everyone's like, no, we're not calling you T-Bone. So it doesn't work unless I think somebody like bestows it on you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I mean, we Escobar's a super, and we could give Escobar the nickname of just Cheeks, right out of the gates because of the
right out the gate. There you go.
Right, I mean, because we got Escobar's Cheeks forever. He sent us the picture. We have that picture forever. I'm trying to find it. That's what I'm looking
it's
for.
It's a Lover Boy cover, and Escobar is a super actually as we speak. So let's end with Escobar today.
Exactly,
our final super.
And Paulie, if we can just get the Cheeks. Why do we remember like Maurice Cheeks, Mo Cheeks? You got Escobar.
Mo Cheeks could ball. He won a ring. He won a ring with the Dr. J. Yeah.
There's Escobar's Cheeks, and he says your theme song, thanks for the super Escobar, should be "Golden Years" by David Bowie.
Shout out to the song parody we did, Tony, for Anquan Bolden Years. Remember that? Bolden Years. Running for the end zone. Running Bolden Years. Wop, wop, wop. All right, Los D, we love you, buddy. Have a great day. Enjoy Thursday Night Football. We'll see you tomorrow for the high noon broadcast, and look forward to hanging out again soon, brother. Be well, Los D.
Thank you, boys. Appreciate. Much love to all of you every single time. I'll just say, you guys saw at the Giants night out, you know, I can get emotional when I talk about, you know, people that I care about. So I couldn't partner up with a better group in this community and you two guys. So thank you so much. Bottom of my heart. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Los. The feeling's mutual, brother. We love you, man, and have a great day. And that's Carlos De La Fuente, everybody. Give him some love, and never forget to, obviously, very easy guy to talk to. So give him a shout sometime about your own finances, 925-250-4894. Tony, you give me your final thoughts, and then give me David Lee Roth, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Final thoughts, Paulie, is I need to know who's healthier by tomorrow. Can somebody tell me who's healthier, Mac Jones or Brock Purdy? Who is in a better situation to start under center for the 49ers Jaguars on Sunday? I'm going go Seahawks tonight. I like their coach. I don't dislike Arizona's coach either, but I'm saying go Seahawks. I feel like Arizona gives the Niners more fits than the Seahawks do. So if we can get an Arizona another L somehow, some way would be nice. So go Seahawks. And also, Paulie, our fantasy team, or is it my other fantasy team? One of my two fantasy teams has Sam Darnold on the roster, so I need Darnold to do well as well.
Real shocker there. You took a guy that wasn't left-handed. You know what I mean? What's the occasion? It's like Tony only drafts left-handed athletes. It's pretty wacky. All right, Tony, good luck tonight. I can't root for the Seahawks really under any circumstance, but I will be watching very curiously to watch two NFC West teams kind of beat on each other. And then tomorrow, we've got the high noon broadcast. We've got hot and sour picks. We have our musical assignment, and I promise, we will finally get to the mailbag. I still haven't even opened up the stuff from the Who and Cheap Trick, for God's sakes. We got stuff piling up. So we'll do a big mailbag tomorrow. And at this point, thank you, Groschel, Dami Peralta, Arkansas Dave, John Joseph. Of course, stay out of those cop cars, John. And give me what do you got, T? What?
And finally, I want to also talk about Kate Scott tomorrow, who will be broadcasting the Steelers-Vikings game from Ireland on Sunday. So Kate Scott doing an NFL broadcast. Let's revisit that tomorrow as well, P.
All right, man. David Lee Roth has the final word. You guys all, PMPers, have a wonderful Thursday. Enjoy the ball game tonight. We'll see you tomorrow at high noon. Tony, Dave has it. Little tardy on that one. Little tardy. I don't think so. Felt pretty smooth to me, man. My ears. I don't feel tardy. All right, Tony. Thank you, brother, for everything. Karen Bell, Gravy, Scarlet Fire, Corinne. Thank you guys for backing us so much. You guys are being so good to us. Joe Schmo, all of y'all. We'll do it again tomorrow. Patty from Napa hit the scene. What's up, girl? Rising Wolf. What up, brother? Ray. There's Ray. No, I don't feel tardy either, Ray. Me and you, bro. All right, everybody have a great night. Onward and upward. Stay out of cop cars, especially the back of cop cars like John Joseph. And we'll do it again tomorrow at high noon. Cheers, y'all.
Peace, y'all.